All right, and here we are with another episode of the Student Voice. Today we are with Mariam Hassan, who has been phenomenally
Mhm.
important for us in our community. First of all, Mariam, thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you so much for being a contributor in our Vyry community. How are you today, Mariam?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tommaso?
Doing awesome. Very excited about this chat that we are having, where you and obviously other students in around the globe, primarily in United States right now, are kind of creating really this culture of future back understanding on how to foster community. That's exactly the topic that we and the challenge that we are undertaking to solve as a company. Mariam, do you want to do a short round of intro here before we jump into some questions?
So, hello everybody who's watching. My name is Mariam. I'm 20 years old and I'm a sophomore at Stony Brook University, which is a public university in New York State. I'm a little bit, my academics are a little bit far off from what digital may appear to be to you guys. I'm a biochemistry major right now, but I've been enjoying the work that I've been doing at Digital so
Awesome.
far.
Very excited to have you contribute, Mariam, and go Stony Brooks. We have quite some collaborations there. Well, I would say let's start
Yeah.
with some reflective questions about the status quo of things around you and social media. So, social media is known for I have friends, at least, it's saying you have friends, you have followers, right? And that's important for each and everyone on social media. It became really a mark of glamour, a mark of a vanity metric, really, right? But sometimes, and often we hear that folks feel isolated, right? They lack really this true sense of belonging, of connection. How does it feel, Mario? Can you describe it for us? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'd have to say that I agree. I know especially when I was entering into university, there was a huge culture about joining these like huge sort of Instagram group chats, and you would all follow each other, and then you would meet people during orientation week, and you follow each other. But then after you follow them, you never talk to them ever again. It's very difficult to make a genuine connection on social
And what
media.
exactly is the difficulty? Because you do actually have, as a user on social media, hundreds or maybe thousands of followers. What is that doesn't really make this a feeling of I'm connected or a feeling of I'm not really belonging, right? Well, what could you double click on that?
I mean, I'd say that I feel that the reason for my lack of connection with like my followers and my friends on social media would be that I feel that social media sites currently, like Instagram, TikTok, etc., they don't encourage me to keep interacting with people in ways that are meaningful. I mean, if I like somebody, I guess I could just keep on spam sending them whatever TikTok or Instagram reel I thought was interesting, but they may not respond, and it's just like we're not even talking to each other. We're not doing
Oh,
anything
I love it. So
together.
not talking to each other, not doing something. As a matter of fact, I mean, you are echoing absolutely here the statistics on the market. Over 93% of all current social media user, they consume content. And it's awesome, right? I mean, that's short content, right? It's entertainment, right? So in other forms, it's called social media, but it's actually more media than social, right?
Mhm.
No, thank you for sharing that, Mariam. Let's catapult us into an exploration mode. You have been one of the early adopters of Vyry. Thank you so much. We are in this
Mhm.
very close to beta moment. What is a close beta moment? It's a moment where we handpick what I call co-conspirators, early adopters. So the people and students who not only see where we stand, but also understand where we are going with our vision, meaning by connecting the physical and the digital world, creating a better way of fostering community. You have been part of VO1, VO2, and VO3 being released as we speak. Do you mind sharing here with our audience what were the biggest maybe moments or aha moments that you have encountered while using Viri related to a feeling of belonging, feeling of connection, feeling of discovery? What can you share here with the audience?
I think primarily what stands out to me about Viri is that, you can collect your own assets and that's your own artwork that you can kind of leave on a map. But what I really enjoy doing is kind of getting to use the engine to kind of combine our assets together with the other people who are also using the app. And because right now it's in a beta testing stage, I tend to know a lot of the people who are using it, but I can just imagine that it would be a really cool way to meet somebody if we just happen to make a really cool piece of artwork together to leave on the
So
map.
you're saying that the fact of you collaborating with others is feeling, making you feel more connected, more part of something, or how would you say that?
Yeah, it really is making me feel more part of something. And in a way, it is like an interesting conversation starter to see that, my apple sitting on my desk and somebody's backpack came together to make like a really cute, funny image. So yeah, I guess I really enjoy being able to, in a fun way, collaborate and work on
I
something with
really
other
love it
people.
because you're actually really defining these two pillars that matter to us tremendously. One is you are interacting with someone, so you're not forcing upon someone to do something, but you truly are within the Viri application. Meeting new folks or existing folks, and then you do something. So basically, strengthening the relationship through the act of creation. And then you said, doing things and creating things, so a level of self-expression. Would you say that self-expression and creativity is something that matters to you, Mariam?
Yeah, I really do. Like, I really do take a lot of care into like, my laptop is covered in stickers and I like to wear a lot of jewelry and clothes, and that's kind of like my way of kind of showing the world what I'm thinking. So I really appreciate that Viri lets me to kind of leave my sort of little images of self-expression all over
I
a
love
map.
it. I love it. Thank you so much. Catapult us a couple of years down the road, um, maybe 3, 4 years, where we use Viri as a default, maybe application to foster community, specifically on colleges, right? In a very genuine way, in a fun way, in a playful way. How are you seeing this physical digital interaction transforming your daily life? Like, how are you seeing this becoming truly ubiquitous in your life? What can you share with us there?
I feel like an app like Viri would get me to really explore my surroundings a little bit more. I've been on campus for 2 years. There's still areas that I've never been to. I just think that in a couple of years' times, it would really encourage people to kind of go outside a little bit more. And yes, they're on their phone, but it's in a social and an engaging way. I also think that it could become like a very fun sort of competitive thing. You're showing your friends in class, like, hey, look at what I made on Viri. And they're, ping ponging back, like, what did I make on Viri? So I think it would become kind of like a sort of, fun way to socialize and to really get
So,
out
do
there.
you think that getting out there is something that becomes or is relevant for you slash the your generation of students? What can you say about that?
I mean, I will say that social media, like you said before, it's social, but it's really just media, right? The current apps that we have kind of encourage us more to sit inside and not be so social, more like taking in media. And I think that's just sort of like hampering our ability to kind of meet other people and to really live our lives to the fullest. So I think an app like Viri, which allows us to consume and make media in a little bit of a less high pressure environment, would really kind of encourage us to, make new connections in both the digital world by making friends on Viri and the physical world as well by kind of, exploring new cities
I
and
love it. I
areas.
love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, last question. You ready for the alignment
Hmm.
questions, Mario? Right on, right
Yep.
on. So imagine, I don't know if you have younger siblings, or maybe,
Hmm.
your grandma visits you or your grandpa visits you and say, "Hey, Mariam, I heard you were in a kind of a podcast interview, right? What is Viri? How would you describe that?"
This is a great question. I live with both my parents and a little sister. I would describe Viri as, imagine there's another layer on top of the physical layer that you see in front of you, where it's all the same streets, except now there's like little pictures that people leave behind of their personal belongings or just things that they saw. And as you're exploring this world, you get to kind of see the stories of the people that have been down the same streets before, and you get to add to that story to kind of add your own flair to your
I
surroundings.
love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
one is a dimension, something new on top of the real
Mhm.
world. Then you talk about leaving marks. And I love it how you phrase it with story and storylines, right? So it becomes
Mhm.
kind of engaging. And these are point of experience. So, well, Mariam, with that, we're coming to an end. Thank you so
Mhm.
much again for being part of it, of that movement that we have of our vyry movement, right? And yeah, really inspiring how you are describing, how you are accompanying that. That is really fundamental for us. What do you want to share with other students that are watching it? Any final notes here?
If you get the opportunity to, you should definitely try and test run our
All
new
right.
product. It's really exciting, and you'll be able to start interacting in our Discord channel and swapping assets with other
All
people
right.
too.
So vyry.world, please jump on there. Feel free to join our Discord. And with that, thank you so much, Maria. I'll see you in the vyry world.
Mhm.
Bye.
See you.